Hey YouTube gun people. So I want to do a review on one of my favorite guns. This is my Browning Citori Citori Special XT Trap. So what do you use this gun for? Shoot and trap. Yeah, this is my trap shotgun. So it's a game gun or a competition gun. Could you use it for hunting? Yeah, sure. Could you use it for home defense? Yeah. There's some features about it that don't make it ideal for that. It's an over and under shotgun. It's one barrel above the other. And there's a ventilated rib on the top. Ventilated rib basically breaks up the heat signature from a barrel. So if you fire this a lot, the barrels get hot. A standard round of trap is 25 rounds. A standard round of doubles trap is 50 rounds. So you could shoot 50 rounds through this thing pretty quickly. Barrels get heated up. So the ventilated rib breaks that kind of, you see it over your barrel. It's kind of that mirage looking stuff. It breaks up that heat signature. The barrels are ported. What that basically does is allow you to get back on target quicker, right? So you get less muzzle rise and in fact a little bit less recoil. This gun is a 2 3/4 inch chamber. So it's big and long and heavy, 32-inch barrel, as I said, with the 32-inch barrel, the gun becomes very heavy, which is a good thing in terms of controlling recoil. And the other thing is, for a sporting gun, you want to, for instance, trap, when you swing that shotgun towards the bird, and you get your sight, you don't really get a sight picture. This is really, in my opinion, very instinctual shooting. But when you fire this, that 32-inch barrel, what it effectively does is keep your pattern a little bit tighter. But it also, because of the weight out in front, keeps it swinging. So you swing through your target naturally, which helps you lead your target, if you understand what I'm saying. It's selective fire, so you can determine whether or not you want to fire the upper barrel or the lower barrel first. There's a safety on it. I'll show you that close up in a little bit. It's a Monte Carlo stock. There's a palm swell on the grip and a standard recoil pad. This gun fit me out of the box really well. Now, one really key thing with shotguns is fit. It's really all about fit. The gun needs to come up to your cheek right, and the rib should line up with your eye just right, and you'll feel the difference between a gun that fits you and a gun that doesn't fit you. And this gun just happens to fit me right. I mean, most of them are built for people between 5'8" and 6 feet tall. So this works for most people. Otherwise, getting a gun fit is just a matter of you going to a stock fitter and having it either shortened, having it lengthened, having part of the stock cut out here so you can put in a adjustable cheek piece there. And you can actually even have a stock fitter insert a device in the stock which is filled with a mercury or like a mercury-like compound, which acts as a shock buffer. Okay. The Browning Citori, I think they're somewhere in the range of $2,000. They come with 3 choke tubes. They have full and modified for lead, and then a full steel. Okay, these are chrome-lined barrels. It's really just a beautiful gun. I think in terms of the money, for if you're going to get into competition, the Browning lines, particularly the XT Trap, the Citori, is kind of unbeatable. There are definitely finer shotguns out there. The Perazzi's of the world, the Kriegoffs, the list goes on, are just stunningly gorgeous. But after all, they kind of, do they shoot better? I don't know. I think it's all in the shooter, right? I mean, you can't say I'm not shooting well because I don't have a $10,000 shotgun. That's bullshit, right? But they sure do look nice and they're fun. So if you like really fine things, that's what you might be into. I mean, after all a shotgun is a barrel that you shoot lead pellets out of. the end of. It's pretty friggin' simple, folks. Nothing, for these over and unders, pretty simple. Why an over and under? Well, an over and under basically is good for, of course, doubles. It also swings well. If you're shooting singles, you usually shoot out of the lower barrel, and that barrel patterns in a way that's beneficial for trap. So, over your bead, right? 60% of your shot is over the bead on this particular gun, and 40% is basically right on the bead. So gives you a little bit of a better pattern, a more effective pattern for shooting trap shooting. Really nice. Came with this case, is just gorgeous too. It's a wooden case covered in a fabric, and it's just really, it's got your standard kind of stuff. Why a double barrel besides shooting doubles and the patterning? I think that's pretty much it, except for the configuration. So why not semi-auto? Yep, semi-autos are good. The problem with semi-autos is not really a problem. I find there's nothing to clean on these shotguns. You go down the bore with a bore snake, wipe it out. You clean the action a little bit, but there's no gas system to be fouled or anything. So that low maintenance on a double barrel shotgun. They're highly reliable. No, you don't. That's a no-brainer, right? You would imagine that. They're highly reliable. They are easy to make safe on the trap range. So you got to show your actions open. Well, all you do is break this gun down in this position. The action is open, and you're good to go. Throw it over your shoulder. Walk back to the clubhouse or rack your gun. It's that simple. That's a nice feature, believe it or not, for competition. You always know when your gun's safe. That action's open, it's never going to fire. The other double barrel configurations are side by sides. Over and unders tend to pattern better for trap shooting, and it's an age-old design that's really showed its merit. No issues. Limited shots, you got to be, but that doesn't matter for competition or even for bird hunting. So, very traditional styling because it's extremely effective in terms of delivering shot down range and its handling characteristics. Because shotgun shooting, a lot of people seem to neglect to mention this, and now our world of obsession with tactical firearms. Tactical, not much is moving. Once in a while you get a clay pigeon or a Texas Star pop up, but and those, the handling characteristics are just completely, the requirements for handling characteristics are just completely different. So it's just another sort of oh, what's that famous guy call it? Philosophy of use. It's just another fucking reason why to use an over and under grip. They're really stylish. This doesn't have an English style grip. An English style grip would be cut straight, which is more for birds, very traditional. They're okay, but this is much better in terms of getting a good handle and mount on the shotgun. So that's what I had to say. We'll do some close-ups. I think one thing about this gun is it's also nice in that it totally breaks down. So it's a huge, long monster, but the barrel comes off and it can be separated from the stock receiver, and it fits nicely into this box. You've probably seen double barrel shotguns broken down before, so I'll spare you the technical tour de force and just say that it can be done. And I just highly recommend them. They're just a great shotgun. They're a real workhorse. This Browning and then the BT99, which is a single barrel version, it just would have, for instance, the lower barrel version, is really key. The other issue about shooting the lower barrel versions is that if you think about the geometry of it, that shot is coming more through, the recoil is coming more through the stock as opposed to above the stock, which gives you more muzzle lift. And so in that case, it tends to tame recoil a little bit better. So that's why in a double barrel gun, you would always shoot the bottom barrel first. So in this case, this gun's set up where the bottom barrel has a full choke, and the upper barrel has an improved modified choke. So I get on my first bird with a full choke, nice tight pattern, bang, pow, and then the next bird is going to be out a little bit further by the time I get on it for doubles, and so I want my pattern spread out a little bit more. That's how it works. I think that's it. The workmanship's on it is really, really nice. This gun is used. I don't know if you can see on the stock. Of course, the stock gets beaten up a little bit. You wear a jacket in the winter. You do stupid shit. And, you know, gun's in a gun rack next to everybody else's gun. Yeah, that's the way it is. So, and when you think about shotgun sports, I would encourage everybody, you know, when you go out and buy a shotgun, you can buy shotguns that have dual purpose, like an 870. You can get a Remington 870. It's a great gun for shooting trap. It's a pump. You can get it with a little bit longer barrel, and you can take it out and shoot it in some sporting events like sporting clays. You can shoot it in trap. And you can also use it as your home defense weapon if you're into that, and you don't have to, you know, spend $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 on a home defense gun that, let's face it, you're just probably never ever going to use. So, in my kind of view of things is try to buy firearms that have multi-purpose use, because it helps you stay sharp, right? If you take that gun out and shoot it a lot, you really know a lot about that gun. You know how it operates. You're very familiar with it. That's really, really key in terms of being able to then pick up a firearm and use it in self-defense. So that dual-purpose thing is cool. And like the 870, you can get two barrels for it. They're easy enough to switch out and just put a long barrel and a short barrel. Obviously, for sporting events, sporting clays, target loads, you only need 2 3/4 inch chambers. If you want to get bigger chambers, you're not going to find them in these types of over and unders, but you'll find them in the semi-auto and the pump world. But you're never going to shoot them. I got to tell you, whenever I sight in my turkey gun with big magnum loads, it is painful, man. Let me tell you what, you don't want to be having to adjust anything and putting a box of shells through it, because it beats your ass up. There's no question about it. This is really soft shooting. This is just a big pussycat. So anyway, I hope you enjoy it. This is a great shotgun. Oh, one more thing. The way the beads are set up, there's a front bead. Where's the little bugger? Okay, brass bead right there on the rib, and then we go down to the end, and there's a fiber optic in the end. Word to the wise, this comes with fiber optics that are white, green, and orange. If you're shooting trap, don't use the orange fiber optic. You'll confuse it and lose it in your bird, right? The clay pigeons are orange. So I actually know a guy on a trap team that I shot with that was doing that, and I just finally looked at his gun. I'm like, why are you using an orange fiber optic? Oh, I don't know. And we switched it to green. He switched it to green, and started improving his scores. I think he had like an average of 22 birds in a competition round. So not too shabby. So there's little things like that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Trap shooting is shotgun fun. Again, if you are a shotgun guy, get out and do some shotgun sports with it. And if you're into the tactical shotgun sports, do three-gun competitions. Run and gun with a shotgun, but not gay running gun, like cool running gun, with people that know what they're talking about, and actually have experience, and are not just, for instance, hawking stuff for their own, for their own thing. Anyway, yep. All right, folks, I'm out. Take care. So I wanted to show you the shotgun again a little bit from the point of view of home defense. That looks pretty defensive, doesn't it? Rock and roll.